Welcome to day 14 of our Advent Devotional series. Today's reading is John 1, verses 24 to 28. Now the Pharisees who had been sent questioned him, "Why then do you baptize if you are not the Messiah, nor Elijah, nor the prophet?" "I baptize with water," John replied, "but among you stands one you do not know. He is the one who comes after me, the straps of whose sandals I am not worthy to untie." This all happened at Bethany on the other side of the Jordan where John was baptizing.
If we have ever prepared for anything, we know that a lot of time and effort has gone into it. Whether that is starting at a new school or a university or a new job, planning a wedding, planning a holiday, or going out with friends and family, we probably needed to plan and prepare what we were going to eat, where we're going to go, who we're going to be with, and how we're going to organise ourselves. It can be quite embarrassing if something happens that could easily have been avoided had we been more prepared. For these last few days, we have been looking at John the Baptist and his role as somebody sent by God to ensure that the people of Israel were prepared for the coming of the Messiah. Now, his role did not involve planning a guest list, arranging a new office desk, or packing a school bag, but instead, he prepared people by dunking them in the Jordan River. Now, you're probably thinking how a dip in the river prepares you for the arrival of God. You see, in the Old Testament, baptism by full immersion was part of the ritual ceremony used by the Israelites to make them clean or pure before God, whose presence dwelt in the temple. This would usually be carried out in the temple under the watch of the priests, like Moses, or the prophets, like Elijah. But we see here that John has taken that role outside of the temple. The prophecies that refer to John throughout the Old Testament call him the one calling in the wilderness, "Prepare the way of the Lord." John's baptism is a physical picture of the true baptism of our hearts that would later come with Jesus. Its purpose was to prepare people for the coming of the Messiah. Like the ritual purification in the temple was required for people to enter the place of God's dwelling, so John's baptism is required to purify and prepare people's hearts for God to dwell among them in the world as Jesus Christ. The earth has become what was the temple. All believers will probably go through the process of physical baptism, but it is simply a picture of a changed heart that is prepared to receive Christ. With Christ now dwelling within us, we should ask ourselves how ready and prepared we are to receive Christ the Word. With Christmas approaching, it is time to remember when God left his holy dwelling place in heaven to be with us here on earth, and then into our hearts. What better time to make peace with ourselves and our Creator of those sins that hinder our access to his Word. Make this Christmas a time to work out what is hindering our faith, fight it in God's strength, and prepare our hearts to receive Christ this Christmas. For believers, this is a recurring cycle of recommitment to Christ that ultimately draws us closer to him every time.